My beloved child, stop whatever you are doing right now and listen closely, because what I am about to say to you is not by accident. You did not stumble upon these words by chance. You were guided here, drawn by something deeper than curiosity, pulled by a force greater than your own understanding. That force is my love for you, and today I need you to hear me clearly, because your time is near. Not tomorrow, not someday, not in some distant future you cannot yet see. Right now, in this very season of your life, something extraordinary is about to unfold, and I need you to be ready to receive it. Do not close this video. Do not turn away from this page, because what I have prepared for you is beyond anything your human mind has been able to imagine, and I am here today to remind you of that truth before the moment arrives. I know what you have been carrying. I know the weight that sits on your shoulders when you wake up each morning. I know the thoughts that keep you awake at night, the fears that whisper in the darkness, telling you that things will never change, that help will never come, that you are too far gone for anything good to reach you. I know the tears you have cried in private, the prayers you have sent up to me, wondering if I was even listening. And I need you to know, with every fiber of your being, that I heard every single one of them. Not one prayer fell to the ground unnoticed. Not one tear went unseen. I was there in every moment of your breaking, and I am here now in this moment of your breakthrough, because your time is near. There have been seasons in your life where it felt like the walls were closing in from every direction. Seasons where the people you trusted walked away, where the doors you knocked on refused to open, where the plans you made crumbled before they even had a chance to begin. And in those seasons, the enemy whispered to you that I had forgotten you, that you were not worthy of my blessings, that others might receive my favor, but you never would. But I am here today to silence that voice once and for all. That voice was never mine. My voice is the one speaking to you right now, telling you to rise up, telling you to hold on, telling you that everything you have been waiting for is standing right at the edge of your life, ready to pour in the moment you open your heart and believe. Your time is near, and nothing the enemy says can delay what I have already set in motion for you. I want you to understand something about the journey you have been on. Every difficult road you have walked was not punishment. Every hard season you survived was not evidence of my absence. It was preparation. I was shaping you, refining you, strengthening the parts of you that needed to be stronger before the blessing arrived. Because I know you, my child. I know that if I had given you everything you asked for before you were ready, it would have overwhelmed you. It would have broken you in a different way. So I waited. I worked on your character in the background while you were wondering where I was. I was building your foundation while you were questioning my timing. And now, the foundation is ready. Now, you are ready. And that is why your time is near. I want you to think back for a moment. Think back to the version of yourself that existed 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. Think about who you were before the trials came, before the storms tested you, before the fire refined you. And now look at who you are today. You are still standing. After everything that came against you, after every attack, every setback, every moment of doubt and despair, you are still here. You did not quit. You did not give up completely. Something inside you kept holding on, kept believing, kept pushing through even when the strength to do so felt impossible to find. Do you know what that something was? That was me. That was my hand on your life, refusing to let you go, refusing to allow the enemy to have the final word over your story. And because you held on, because you endured, I am now ready to release into your life what I have been preparing for you all along. Your time is near, and the proof is in the fact that you are still standing today. There are people around you who do not understand your journey. There are those who looked at your struggles and assumed you were finished. There are those who whispered behind your back, who counted you out, who believed that the difficulties you faced were a sign that you were cursed rather than chosen. But what they did not realize is that the very battles they thought would destroy you were actually the training ground for your greatest victory. Every giant you faced made you stronger. Every valley you walked through gave you a wisdom that cannot be taught in comfortable places. Every night you cried out to me in desperation was a night I was downloading into your spirit something powerful, something that would serve you in the season that is now arriving. The people who doubted you will soon witness with their own eyes what I do for those who trust me and refuse to let go of their faith. no matter how dark the night becomes. I need you to shift your perspective today, my child. I need you to stop looking at your life through the lens of your past pain and start looking at it through the lens of my promises, because my promises over your life have not expired. My word does not return to me empty. What I have spoken over you, what I have written in the depths of your soul before you were even formed in your mother's womb, that purpose is still alive. It is still active. It is still moving toward you even as you read these words. The enemy has tried to convince you that the delay means denial, but I am here to tell you that the delay was never denial. It was divine positioning. I was moving pieces into place that you could not see, arranging circumstances that you had no awareness of, closing doors that would have harmed you, and opening pathways that will lead you directly into the destiny I designed specifically for you. Your time is near, and the delay is finally over. I also want to speak to the weariness you feel. I see it, my child. I see the exhaustion in your spirit, the tiredness that goes beyond physical fatigue. It is a deep tiredness, a soul-level weariness that comes from fighting for so long, from believing for so long, from hoping for so long without seeing the full manifestation of what you have been trusting me for. And I understand that kind of tired. I do not dismiss it or minimize it. Instead, I come to you today with a word of refreshing. I come to you as the one who gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. I come to tell you that the very weariness you feel right now is a sign that your breakthrough is close, because it is always darkest just before the dawn, and it is always in the final moments of the battle that the warrior feels most exhausted. But you are not going to give up now, not when everything you have been fighting for is this close, not when your time is near. Now I want to talk to you about faith, because faith is the key that unlocks everything I have prepared for you in this season. Not a perfect faith, not a faith that never wavers or never questions, but a genuine faith, a raw and honest faith that says, even when I do not understand, even when I cannot see the way forward, even when the evidence around me seems to contradict your promises, I will still choose to trust you. That is the kind of faith that moves mountains. That is the kind of faith that parts seas. That is the kind of faith that I honor, that I respond to, that I reward with miracles and wonders that leave the world speechless. And that is exactly the kind of faith you have been exercising through every trial you have endured. You may not have felt like your faith was strong enough. You may have thought your prayers were too weak, your belief too shaky, your trust too fragile. But I saw what you did not see. I saw you choosing to believe even through your tears. I saw you returning to me even after your disappointments. And that faith, imperfect as it felt to you, was more than enough to activate my power on your behalf. Your time is near, and your faith has made it possible. I want to speak directly to the situation you are facing right now, the one that feels the most impossible, the one that has been weighing on your heart the heaviest. Whether it is a financial crisis that seems to have no solution, a broken relationship that appears beyond repair, a health situation that has frightened you, a dream that looks too far gone to be revived, or a family situation that has caused you sleepless nights and endless worry. Whatever it is, I need you to hear me say this clearly. Nothing you are facing is beyond my ability to fix. Nothing in your life is so broken that my hands cannot restore it. Nothing is so lost that my power cannot recover it. Nothing is so impossible that my word cannot make it possible. I specialize in the situations that human wisdom has given up on. I thrive in the circumstances where every natural option has been exhausted, because it is in those moments, when there is nothing left but me, that my glory shines the brightest, and my power is displayed the most beautifully. So do not despair over what you see. Instead, look to me and watch what I am about to do, because your time is near. There is something I also need to warn you about in this season, my child. As your breakthrough draws closer, as your time of elevation approaches, the enemy will intensify his efforts to distract you, discourage you, and derail you from the path I have set before you. He knows what is coming for you. He knows the blessings I have assigned to your name. And because he knows, he will send distractions dressed as opportunities. He will send discouragement wearing the face of reason. He will send people into your life who will speak doubt and negativity over your situation, trying to convince you to abandon your faith right before your miracle arrives. Do not fall for it. Do not let the noise of the enemy's tactics drown out the quiet, steady voice of my spirit assuring you that everything is going to be all right. Stay focused. Stay anchored in my word. Stay connected to my presence through prayer, because the enemy cannot stop what I have already decreed. He can only try to make you stop yourself, and you are not going to do that. Not now. Not when your time is near. I also want to address the guilt and shame that some of you are still carrying. There are those of you hearing these words right now who feel disqualified from my blessings because of your past mistakes. You look at the things you have done, the choices you regret, the moments you are not proud of, and you believe that those things have put you outside the reach of my goodness. But my child, I need you to understand something that is absolutely foundational to everything I am saying to you today. I have already forgiven you. Every mistake you have made, every failure you have experienced, every sin you have committed and repented of, I have removed it as far as the east is from the west. I do not hold it against you. I do not look at you through the lens of your worst moments. I look at you through the lens of my love. And what I see when I look at you is not your past. What I see is your potential. What I see is the destiny I created you to walk in. What I see is my beloved child, worthy of every blessing I have planned, redeemed by my sacrifice, and ready for the new chapter that is about to begin. Your time is near, and your past cannot stop it. Let me tell you something about the doors that are about to open in your life. These are not ordinary doors. These are not opportunities that came through your own striving or your own cleverness or your own connections. These are supernaturally positioned doors, doors that only I could open, doors that no human hand could shut, doors that have been prepared and reserved specifically for you and for this exact moment in your journey. You have knocked on many doors in the past and watched them close in your face. You have applied, you have tried, you have worked hard, you have believed, and still the doors remain shut. And in those moments of rejection, the enemy told you that you were not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough for the opportunities you were reaching for. But the truth is, those doors were not your doors. They were not the doors I had assigned to your name. They were not part of the plan I had designed for your life. And my protection was in their closing, even when their closing felt like devastation, because I was saving you for something better. I was protecting you from paths that looked good from the outside but would have led you away from your true destiny. And now, the right doors, the doors I have been preparing, are swinging open. Your time is near, and what is yours will finally find its way to you. I want to talk to you about the people I am bringing into your life in this new season, because elevation always comes with new relationships, new connections, new divine appointments that carry the fingerprints of my orchestration all over them. There are people I have already positioned along your path, people who carry resources you need, wisdom you lack, opportunities you cannot create on your own, encouragement that will breathe new life into dreams you had nearly abandoned. Some of these people will appear suddenly, unexpectedly, in ways that will make you marvel at the precision of my timing. Others have already been in your life, but our relationship between you is about to deepen in ways you did not anticipate. Pay attention in this season. Stay open. Stay discerning. Not everyone who smiles at you carries my blessing, but the ones I send will be unmistakable. They will speak life over you. They will push you toward your purpose rather than pull you away from it. They will see in you what I see, and their presence in your life will confirm that your time is near and that everything is moving exactly according to my plan. I also need to speak to your home, to your family, to the relationships that are closest to your heart, because my blessing is not just for you individually, it is for your household. It is for the people who share your roof, your name, your bloodline, your life. I see the tensions that have existed within your family. I see the misunderstandings, the wounds, the distance that has grown between people who were meant to love each other well. And I want you to know that I am working in those relationships, even now, even when you cannot see movement, even when it feels like nothing is changing. I am softening hearts. I am healing old wounds. I am creating moments of reconciliation and restoration that will surprise you with their beauty and their timing. Your home is about to become a place of peace in a way it has not been for a long time. The atmosphere of your household is shifting. The spirit of division and strife that has operated there is being displaced by my presence, and harmony is taking its place. Because when I bless a person, I bless everything connected to them. and you and your family are connected to a blessing that is drawing closer with every passing moment. Your time is near, and your household will feel the difference. Now, I want to address your finances, because I know that for many of you, the financial pressure has been one of the heaviest burdens you have carried. The bills that seem impossible to pay, the debts that feel like chains around your future, the lack that has caused you embarrassment and anxiety, and sleepless nights of calculation and worry. I see all of it, and I want you to know that lack is not my final word over your life. Scarcity is not your permanent address. The financial struggles you have endured have not gone unnoticed by me, and they have not been forgotten. I am the God who owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, the God who holds all the silver and all the gold, the God who can release provision into your life through channels you have never even considered. I am about to show you that my provision does not operate by the same rules as the world's economy. I am about to demonstrate to you that when I decide to bless someone, no recession, no shortage, no closed door, no human system can prevent that blessing from arriving. Supernatural provision is coming to your life. Debts are being canceled. Resources are being released. Opportunities for increase are being positioned along your path. And the financial testimony you are about to carry will become a witness to everyone around you that I am real, that I am faithful, and that your time was indeed near. My dear child, I want you to pause for just a moment and feel what is happening in your heart right now as you receive these words. That warmth you feel, that stirring deep in your spirit, that quiet but undeniable sense that something is shifting, something is changing, something is moving in the unseen realm on your behalf. That is not your imagination. That is my presence confirming to your soul that everything I am saying is true. That is my Holy Spirit bearing witness to my word, sealing these promises in the deepest part of your being so that no doubt, no fear, no voice of the enemy can uproot them once they take hold. Hold on to that feeling. Nurture it. Return to it every time the world tries to convince you otherwise. Because that feeling is faith being activated. And activated faith is the most powerful force in the universe when it is directed toward me. Your time is near, and your spirit already knows it before your mind can fully comprehend it. I want to speak to your dreams now, the ones you have almost let go of, the ones that have been sitting in the back of your heart collecting dust, because life happened and disappointment came, and the vision that once burned so brightly inside you began to flicker and fade. I want you to know that I placed those dreams inside you on purpose. I did not give you a vision I never intended to fulfill. I did not ignite a passion in your heart only to let it burn out without meaning. Every dream that I authored in your spirit is still valid. Every vision I planted in your heart still has a date of fulfillment written on it in my calendar. And I am telling you today that some of those dreams you thought were dead are not dead. They were dormant. They were waiting. They were being preserved for the right season. And that season is now arriving. I am breathing new life into old dreams. I am reviving visions that the enemy told you were finished. I am reconnecting you with purposes that were buried under layers of pain and disappointment. Get ready to dream again, my child. Get ready to believe again for the things that once seemed too big, too far, too impossible. Because your time is near, and with me, nothing that I have promised you will ever be truly lost. I also want to remind you of your identity in this final moment, because everything I am saying to you today rests on a foundation of who you truly are. You are not defined by your failures. You are not limited by your background. You are not disqualified by your past. You are not too old, too young, too broken, too far gone, or too ordinary for the extraordinary life I have designed for you. You are my child, created with intention, loved without condition, chosen before the foundation of the world, for a purpose that only you can fulfill. There is no one else on this earth who carries your exact assignment. There is no one else who has your specific combination of experiences, gifts, scars, and strengths that together form the unique instrument I intend to use for my glory. The very things that have made you feel disqualified are the very things I plan to use the most powerfully. The pain becomes your testimony. The struggle becomes your message. The victory becomes your witness to a world that desperately needs to see that I am still in the business of transforming lives and turning impossible situations into breathtaking miracles. You are that miracle, my child. You have always been that miracle, and the world is about to see it, because your time is near. So I leave you today with this final word, wrapped in all the love I have for you, which is a love so vast and so deep that eternity itself cannot contain it. Do not give up. Do not retreat. Do not let the enemy convince you in these final moments before your breakthrough that it is time to surrender. Stand firm. Keep believing. Keep praying. Keep showing up. Keep trusting that my timing is perfect, even when it does not feel that way. Keep your eyes fixed on me rather than on the size of your problems. Keep your heart open to receive what I am sending. Keep your hands extended in faith, ready to grasp the blessings that are even now making their way toward you, because I have made you a promise, and I do not break my promises. I have spoken a word over your life, and my word does not return to me without accomplishing everything I sent it to accomplish. The morning is coming after this long night. The harvest is coming after this long season of sowing. The breakthrough is coming after this long season of pressing. And it is coming soon, sooner than you think, closer than you feel, nearer than your fear would have you believe. Your time is near, my beloved child. Your time is now. Receive it, believe it, walk in it, and never forget that I love you with an everlasting love that nothing in heaven or on earth can ever separate you from. Amen.